Hey, y'all get some more drinks going on. I sound a whole lot better.
For number 5, we have the 2009-2010 season. For this season, LeBron averaged 29.6 points, 8.6 assists, and 7.3 rebounds. Now, don't get me wrong, it's really hard to pick the best and worst versions of LeBron, but this is probably number 5 for me. This is due to the fact that he lost in the second round that year.
But what I really like about this LeBron was his offensive capabilities. He scored 20 or more points 69 times, and he had 5 or more assists 72 times. Also, on the defensive side of things, this LeBron was very polished. He was 4th in DPOY voting, and he was on the all-defensive first team. Also, this version of LeBron did win MVP that year. And he realistically made this Cavaliers team a lot better than it was supposed to be. That year, they went 61-21. I don't think without LeBron that this team would pass 45 or 40 wins. In turn, this is really why he got the MVP that year. He really made this team flourish out to be great. His assisting capabilities and his scoring capabilities were both fantastic, and this LeBron was an athletic beast.
Williams to James, get out of the...
Overall, that's why I have this LeBron James at 5. Although he was an offensive superpower, him and his team did not go as far in the playoffs. Anyways, enjoy some highlights.
That you can play small ball.
Court side. The size, the speed, the explosion of LeBron. Ron, a running start. They pull for the jumper and drop it in his team. Ron driving and putting it up and is it away.
You're throwing it to a crowd, a traffic jam.
LeBron putting...
Got the mismatch that he wanted.
LeBron 3.
LeBron James.
For number 4, we have the 2015-2016 version of LeBron. I'm going to cut right to the chase. I rank this version of LeBron so high because he went so far in the NBA playoffs and he beat one of the greatest teams in the 73-9 Warriors. So this version of LeBron wasn't as polished. He did only average 25, 7, and 7. Yes, only. But this is LeBron we're talking about. He also finished 3rd in MVP voting and 11th in DPOY voting. So no, he was not as great defensively, but I think that this version of LeBron was very clutch. That block on Iguodala, obviously, that's one of the greatest moments of all time. Also, when he was down 3-1, he put on back-to-back-to-back fantastic performances, being 41-16-12, 41-8-6, and 27-11-10. That's insane. He really helped build momentum to seal the win for the Cavaliers in 2016. I mean, also Kyrie Irving's big shot, but we're talking about LeBron here. But going back to the regular season, he had 5 or more assists 69 times, and he had 20 or more points 62 times. Concluding, the stats don't pop out, but with this LeBron, the 3-1 comeback holds a massive amount of weight for me. For the second time, enjoy some 2016 LeBron highlights.
Well, Curry, Leonard, and this guy.
The 5-point Warrior lead. James stops.
And also in pick and roll.
Fakes. Steps back. Puts it up. Knocks it away again. Clark picks it up. Layup. Thompson gets away to the basket. Blocked by James. He's got Iguodala. Goes for the steal. James in and slams it.
Also, I think we need to get a Mike Breen counter on how many times he said blocked by James this season.
Good position to grab those loose balls. He was there but couldn't get it. Here's Dellavedova. Got through there. Oh, then LeBron runs down. Got to use the whole... LeBron lob to Mozgov, and the way they are. LeBron puts on the brakes, reverses that.
LeBron James left open. And made him pay for...
And for number 3, we have the 2008-2009 LeBron season. Personally, I think that this version of LeBron was very good offensively, but this was the second best version of LeBron on defense we've seen. For example, he finished 2nd in DPOY this season, giving him first team all honors, averaging 1.7 steals and 1.1 blocks per game. On the offensive side, he averaged 28.4 points and 7.2 assists per game, also grabbing 7.6 rebounds per game. Now, he did basically carry this team to 66 wins. He had 81 starts and they won 66 games in those 81 starts. That's absolutely insane. And this team is not winning close to 60 games without LeBron James. I think this is the real reason he won MVP this year. Furthermore, I think that this team exceeded expectations. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals, eventually losing to the Orlando Magic with prime Dwight Howard. Bouncing back to the stats, this was the early point in LeBron's career where he was the best at three-point shooting. He was 34% from the three-point line that year. And while that is not fantastic, it's still good for this version of LeBron James. In all, I think LeBron's athletic, shooting, and defensive capabilities is really what makes him the 3rd best LeBron player of all time. And again, enjoy some highlights.
And then you give ground.
Team and the type of team that can really give the Knicks problems. James with the rejection.
James has been poor from three-point range this season. Got that time. Defender. James, three-pointer. Now so much from dominance here in the first half. James is back in and puts it in. West back to James for the finish.
Joe Smith up front with LeBron and Z. LeBron fires for three.
Being out, only 3 points off the bench.
LeBron hits it on top. Plenty of time to shoot. LeBron sends it. Go!
Players, Tayshaun Prince will guard him a majority of the time. As James ahead to James, here he goes. James, the jump shot. If he's hitting that, Antonio, less James to the basket, flip Detroit. As is Aaron Aflalo, and James goes right.
Post up Mo Williams.
What a pass!
For number 2, we have the 2017-2018 LeBron season. Now, LeBron in the regular season averaged around 28, 9, and 9, putting him second in MVP voting, but nowhere in DPOY voting. I don't think this LeBron James was very elite at defense. But you know where he was elite at? In the playoffs, where he averaged 34, 9, and 9 across 22 playoff games. He eventually carried this team to the NBA Finals, where they eventually lost to the Golden State Warriors, but this Warriors team was insane that year, like probably the greatest team of all time. Now, compared to the other LeBrons, this is probably the worst Cavaliers team. They finished 50 and 32 in the regular season. But I'm also not going to hold that against them because two of the best players on this team were Jeff Teague and Kevin Love. That's it. I'm just kidding. All the other players really aren't that bad, but in terms of his other teams, this is probably one of the worst. And that's probably why he finished second in MVP voting this year. Anyways, going back to his stats, he had 20 or more points 68 times, and he had 5 or more assists 78 times. Overall, while this LeBron team was not the best, I think that his playoff stats is really what elevates him to be one of the greatest LeBron players of all time, averaging that 34, 9, and 9 in the playoffs. That's just insane, and especially carrying this team to the NBA Finals. And for the 4th time, enjoy some LeBron highlights.
LeBron banging with Bradley Beal. What a shot.
James reads it beautifully. The kick.
Here he comes. Falling, firing, scoring. As LeBron drives.
Got him up in the air. Zizic who puts it home.
How about that?
5 to shoot. James. A long one. In. James. Wow. 5. LeBron driving, falling away over Chandler. Good! What can't he do?
Finally, for number 1, we have LeBron James in the 2012-2013 NBA season. This is the best version of LeBron because he was an offensive superpower while being a defensive lockdown machine, finishing first in MVP voting and second in DPOY voting, in which a lot of people thought he should have won this year. For his averages, he averaged around 27 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 7 assists per game. Also getting 1.7 steals per game and 0.9 blocks per game. But going further than stats, he was an on-ball hawk while also being a great interior shot blocker. This is due to his incredible athletic ability. I mean, he could really follow anybody on the perimeter and he could really guard up anyone in the interior, making him the best defensive version of LeBron in my opinion. In the playoffs, he averaged around the same exact stats that he did in the regular season. But this version of LeBron did win the NBA Finals, winning the NBA Finals MVP. Also, this was, I think, LeBron's best team of all time, having Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and him, having a good supporting cast around him as well. This is also one of the most efficient LeBrons. He shot a field goal percentage of 57%, also shooting a three-point percentage of 41%. That's incredible. Overall, the defensive and offensive prowess of this LeBron is legendary, and I think this season will go down as one of the greatest in history. And for the last time, enjoy some LeBron highlights.
LeBron.
Not much. Son goes right underneath. Speaking of Jets.
Look, that's a very nice move.
James hits it. It's guarded by Butler. Couple of jab steps. LeBron. James the drive. The finish. The foul.
Say he wasn't going to pass it.
No, he made the attempt. This time a 3. Hits it.
Subsequent discussion with Bulls management. Here's LeBron knocking down another
On James. 1 on the 24. And James hits.